Okay, so I'm back with the same style of RWBY reviews that I did for the last episode. This is episode 4. Just a reminder. Sorry about that. Just a reminder, I have seen through episode 6, so I do have that foreknowledge. However, I will try as my best as possible not to spoil it for you. Okay, so episode 4, we have a lot of ground to cover because there's pretty much 3 chunks. It's definitely a 3-act episode. You have Act 1, which is, I'm just going to go in order. Let's start with Act 1, which is the tournament battle between Mercury and Emerald versus Coco and Yatsuhashi. And just to talk about my theory of the Yatsuhashi thing, I can't really say whether or not he's the White Fang lieutenant. He definitely has the visual resemblance and definitely has the mysteriousness with the arm cover that definitely being a candidacy for the White Fang lieutenant could potentially have. But I still can't. I don't have enough knowledge or skill as a theorist to determine whether that is the case. But I will continue by saying that this Coco and Ashley Jenkins' performance as Coco definitely solidifies her as my second favorite RWBY character behind Blake, who's played by Aaron Zek. Coco, ever since the season 2 finale, has been my second favorite RWBY character. She's has an extremely awesome personality, awesome character design, very attractive, amazing voice actress from Ashley Jenkins, like amazing acting, like 10 out of 10 top-notch performance, as well as just being an overall awesome character. And she's definitely one of my favorites for them. I was super hyped to see her battle in the tournament. I'm upset they don't get to continue on, but obviously the plot demands that they don't get to continue on. And the battle was interesting, it was fun until the end. There's 2 theories as to what happened where Coco saw Yatsuhashi, but it clearly was not Yatsuhashi based on the predicament of the tournament, and was tricked and then defeated. So my main theory that I'm sticking by is that somehow they snuck Neo in there, and Neo used her illusionary semblance to transform herself and trick Coco into believing that Yatsuhashi was behind her. However, some people, and this might be the case based on later episodes, are saying that Emerald or Mercury have an illusionary sort of power or some sort of trick or transformation power of some sorts. Or it could have been like a simple Harry Potter nod and been like some sort of polyjuice potion or something, but I feel like it was way too quick for that to be and the case. But definitely an interesting development. I'm going to stick by Neo for now, just because I want to see more of Neo. Selfish reasons, not really logical reasons. However, definitely a very high possibility that could be Emerald or Mercury. It's so funny because Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald is a Pokemon trilogy, and I associate saying the word Emerald with saying Mercury before it more than I do Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, even though I've grown up with Pokemon for most of my life, and Gen 3 is my favorite generation. Stop with the tangents. Anyway, we continue on to great battle, definitely some sort of interesting plot development there. Nice to see some of Velvet in the crowd. But what are you going to do? Didn't get to see a lot of her. I really want like a Velvet-centric episode. Can I just get that, please? She seems so cool. But anyway, we continue on to Act 2 of the episode, which includes in which Crow is hanging out in Ruby and Yang's dorm. And they're playing a video game, obviously, and he talks about his last mission. There's definitely a lot more to this mission that they were letting on. He was obviously trying to keep it a little more kid-friendly. We do learn more about the hunters and huntresses, that they are definitely like sort of people for hire, as opposed to just like sort of a military force. I assume they can be gathered up like a military force in times of like great war or something by like the governments of the kingdoms. However, it's definitely, you could tell that the hunter and huntress's job is huntsman and huntress's job is to definitely more of a something for hire job based on the way he discusses it. And we definitely see that the what am I trying to say? something was more to that story other than the joke that he made, and I will probably find out more about that. It probably has to do with some of this like mysterious shit that's going on. But yeah. So then we go to the. Oh man, I forgot what I was gonna say. I'm losing my train of thought. Oh man. Oh, here we go. So before I go into Act 3, what am I doing? He mentions how crime has not slowed down since the capture of Torchwick. It's completely stopped. There has been absolutely no White Fang activity at all in the kingdom. And this is a little disturbing because of how active they were before Torchwick. Meaning that because Torchwick is gone, it's not defeated. Because, as you know, when a villain group is defeated, they're still going to have ragtag groups of people that still want to continue on going, oh yeah, I'm going to throw myself out there. And it's a very sloppy sort of continuation. This is stopped. There's definitely some sort of calculation behind here. Maybe Cinders has stepped up her game. Or maybe what I'm thinking is that Adam is handling the White Fang now. And he's dealing with, instead of Torchwick taking that position, Adam, who has been with the White Fang all his life, is taking up that position and pretty much saying, halt. This is part of the plan, this is calculated, and we'll continue there. I'm hoping we see Adam soon. Because he's also a very interesting character. He's also voiced by Garrett Hunter of Mega 64. So, yeah, that would be awesome to get to see him soon. But, to continue on that remark, it means that... And then Crow, leaving the room, says, you need to keep moving forward, or something along those lines. A nice nod to Monty Ohm. May you rest in peace. Don't really want to go into that because of how sad it is. But anyway, moving on to the third act of the episode, really. We finally get to see Winter and Weiss interact alone. And this just proves my point in the last episode review where Winter is very underwhelming to me. She's definitely not as much of my favorite characters near. She's not one of my favorite characters at all. She's one of my favorite design characters, but she's not one of my favorite characters by any means. And she sort of has a nice emotional conversation and constructive discussion with Weiss. And it really, I guess, changes Weiss's outlook and personality. Or not the personality, but the way she's going to move forward from this point. We learn that semblances can be hereditary as the Schnee family passes down their semblance through genes, which is interesting because we never really knew that we never knew if anyone could share semblances or each person was forced to have a unique semblance in this world, kind of like Cutie Marks in My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic. But that's a show I forgot to watch this season. But yeah, so. Definitely interesting development there, but we get to see that part of the Shnees is summoning sort of like ghosts or something of the fallen enemies you have defeated and using them to help you fight, and that's pretty damn awesome. Winter Summon is able to summon a Grim that she's defeated, but Weiss is having a very hard time learning this, and it's really an emotional barrier. It's really definitely just a mental and emotional barrier as opposed to a skill barrier. She, with her own psyche, is preventing herself from moving forward and fully developing that skill. And, so we get to see, it's very hard to construct a freeform review, I'm sorry. But, we get to see that Weiss does not succeed. And there's definitely constructive criticism given to her, and it really goes in deep and more. It's deep with the relationship with her father, character stuff. I love character stuff, and this was a great character episode for Acts 2 and 3. Act 1 was just a battle, obviously. Battles are my least favorite parts of shows, to be honest. I like battles, they're entertaining, but characters are what really, really sell the deal with for me. And when a battle can develop characters while battling, those are my favorite kind of battles. Like the battle between Winter and Crow in the third episode was amazing because it developed the characters as the battle progressed. And as we find out Winter is leaving already, which is kind of pissing me off because we've seen 2 episodes. Come on, that's not enough to get to know a character. But I have a feeling she's definitely coming back. I feel like something's going to send her back, or she's not going to be able to fully leave. Something's going to send her back. I don't think she's gone for this season forever. if anything, she's definitely coming back for the end of the show. That's 100%, no doubt about it. But I'm pretty sure she's gonna come back by the end of the season. So she's leaving off, done with her mission already. We found out how to do with the shipments that were Schnee Company shipments that was encountered in either Volume 1 or Volume 2. Oh no, this is Ironwood shit with the Paladin mechs. What am I thinking? Yeah. Forget about what I just said. It's definitely an Ironwood show with the Paladin mechs and how they had to fight them on the bridge in Volume 2. Anyway, to continue on to that, she leaves, and we see that Weiss was a little bit successfully able to get her semblance. Weiss does not know that because she wasn't paying attention, but there was a little, piece of a sword proving that the white trailer, the trailers are not just metaphorical. Those trailers are canon. The white trailer, she actually did fight that monster, that Goliath, that she fought in the white trailer was real, because that was a piece of the white trailer monster's sword. And that she was able to summon of a fallen creature that she's defeated. So that proves that the trailers are canon, which is an amazing revelation for RWBY, and one of the biggest revelations of the season thus far. However, we're definitely getting more revelations in the next episode and the episode after that, so I'm not even going to go over there. But anyway, I feel like that was all for this episode. It was a good episode. It was a very strong episode. I'm sorry that this review came off a little bit shittier than the last, I guess, so to say, because it was a lot more long-winded, and I couldn't really coherent points because so much happened in this episode that it's hard to describe. But what are you going to do? I feel like this form is much more constructive than a written review and much less tedious for the readers and the writer, myself. So I'll see you guys next time with episode 5. 2 more to go until we're caught up.